I was having a good conversation with someone the other day, one of those back and forths, where you tend to jump around from subject to subject, with a nice flow to it. Anyway, the bloke I was talking to gets around to making a philosophical point, saying, the truth is the truth. 2 plus 2 equals 4. There is such a thing as objective reality. You get to the truth using the scientific method where you need to employ it. Sometimes simple common sense will suffice. But you don't discover the truth by looking to excitable groups of people, maybe not the most clued up folks, who have come to a certain viewpoint based on their passions and perhaps their ideological tendencies. And they decided on what is true. They came to a fixed position, having not been as skeptical as maybe they should have been. That was the basic gist of his point, and it's a good point in the philosophical sense. There is an objective reality, I think. But you see, human beings, we are strange creatures. We have this realm called political reality. It's fascinating, dangerous, not always intelligent or sensible, by any stretch. So, you, like I, live in a territorial division called a country, a state or a nation, and it's an idea. It might well be given weight by centuries of common factors such as shared culture, shared language, shared religion, and maybe a core ethnic group might express its will with more insistence than any other within this territory. But it's an idea. There is a we, there is an us, there's our flag, these are our ideals, those resources over there, they are ours, this is our patch of dirt. Yeah, and here we have certain rights that outsiders do not. What isn't common to our in-group is foreign, it's other, it's alien. Yeah, and even though you might live in a multicultural society, as I do, you will still see and feel that insular tribal worldview. You will. The recognition of country makes a political reality. If people want to support this in large enough numbers, and they can secure the recognition of other organised territorial divisions around them, and assuming no larger nation is coming to crush them, then the people can have their nation. It's clearly a varied and often complex business how nations come to be formed in reality. The point is, recognition in politics makes reality. In a sense. What of religion? If enough people believe in God with all their hearts, then God is real, right? Wrong. Fear or wishful thinking can't create a creator of the universe. Either there is a God, or perhaps there are many gods, or maybe no gods. Human feelings and desires do not bring the supernatural into being. However, huge numbers of people can believe and do believe in the power of ancient stories, or believe in the words of prophets from the ancient world. Based on these beliefs, people organize, institutions rise, leaders rise. You have uniform practices and the development of an orthodoxy, common identity, shared history, shared sense of purpose, in-group, out-group, and of course, state recognition. In many countries, the relationship between a dominant religion and the state is blurred. And sometimes you have a state religion, privileged over all others. Sometimes you have a supreme religious leadership, which dominates over society. Religions like Christianity and Islam have real-world power. You might think the tenets or doctrines of one or both are false, but the power remains so long as the believers keep believing, and the power grows with new converts, or where children are indoctrinated before they have a chance to develop an inquiring, skeptical mind. We know there are powerful entities in the world: political, religious, commercial, industrial. If you have the means to influence your surroundings, maybe you're playing softball, maybe hardball, but if you have the ability to build up followers, capital, a power base, then that idea you have, or set of ideas, they could be recognized officially. More recognitions could follow on from a single official recognition. Hey, after a while, you might hear people talking about what you've created as if it were a given, as if it were never really just an idea. But in politics or religion or business, nothing is set in stone. Yesterday's treaty, which was greeted by large fanfare, might one day fall out of vogue, and it might be violated to the point of meaninglessness. And, of course, institutions can become relics eventually. Nothing human lasts forever. There is a reality separate from recognition, but what does that establish other than there being more than one conception of reality?